Well, welcome to you and good morning. I'm Allie from Heart and Soul Connected, and I've got my friend SunPsychic Jean with me this morning, and we are simulcasting on her channel as well. And welcome, Jean. It was great spending my time with you yesterday, and I got to have you back today. So thank you for being here.
I know. I really enjoyed it, and it seems like a beautiful. It seems like we were destined to meet somehow. We were destined to work together, and it's just so natural, and
Mhm.
it's really a beautiful thing to cultivate and to appreciate, especially this time of
Yeah,
year. So, thank you for
absolutely.
being you, Allie.
Oh, well, you're a sweetheart. I just had my channel versary, which I was in the middle of my power outage at the time, but it's been, I'm on my 5th year now. I know you've had your channel for at least 3, maybe 4 years now?
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
was September of 21, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So
yeah.
it's a little over 3 years.
Little over 3 years, and, the differences that we have made are evident to us. We can see it every single day, and the people that come to the show bring us so much joy and wisdom. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. So thank you so very much. So we got some folks that must have just gotten the notice. So we have Craig Dixon and Clara, of course. We have Judy, which is They Are. We have CJ and Billy Diamonds and Maureen D'Amico and Sue Toffee. Sacred Key Codes. Is that Stacy?
It is.
It is. Hi, Stacy. Hi. Jean was just telling me about your show. I'm going to go over and watch the because you get just
Well,
as much
well,
watching it.
it was a Zoom event.
Oh, it was a Zoom event. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
But it
All
was
right.
phenomenal. Absolutely.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hi, Jill Sinanan and Anna Grinage. Sorry. Yes, Billy, I'll put you on the list. Miss Sherlock as well is here. So welcome everybody. We're happy you're spending some of your Sunday with us.
Does
And Jean
anybody
has some
notice?
little earrings. They're so adorable. Tell them about it, Jean. It's such a cute
Oh,
story.
this was a
Yeah.
gift from my sister, and she works at a school, and one of the other teachers in the school, uh, her daughter makes these, and she brought a couple of it into the school, and my sister ended up buying like 25 pair and gave them all out to everybody. But this little girl, she's a young girl, she's 12 years old. She makes them, and it's little pieces of clay, and she shapes them, and then you bake it in the oven, and then she paints them and puts them on these little earrings. I mean,
Mm,
and it's because it's just so it's there. I love them. They're just so
they're
creative.
adorable. I bet she makes candy canes and Christmas trees and all different kinds like that. But for somebody that's 12 years old to do that and be an entrepreneur, so to speak, wow. And I've seen them done in clay before. This is just plastic, but I've seen them done, and the people are. There's some detail work that goes into that. Yeah, because you have to put the hole in, don't you, in order to get the
Right,
wire.
right.
Yeah, you have to do a lot of things there. So,
Hmm.
wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
once we get her name, if we do, and she might have a website or something, we'll have to give her some business. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway,
But she suggested we do some holiday readings, and I said, wait, let me change my earrings real quick.
absolutely, absolutely. And Maureen, you've got the idea. We have some people already asking for readings, but we're actually wanting to do readings from those who are on the other side, uh, for you today, and maybe holiday messages from your loved ones or whatever it is they want to share with us. Hi, Kel. Nice to see you. And Jean's got the tap in for something like that. And remember, these are just mini readings, and so it will be a short reading. But those of you who want other readings, we usually do that every Sunday. But today we wanted to do it because it's right before the holidays. And it's not just Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's Kwanzaa. Yeah, there's an awful lot going on. So that's what we've decided to do today. And so Maureen has the idea. She wants to hear from her brother. So I love that. I love that. Billy Diamonds, we can do a message from spirit. That's fine. So whether or not somebody comes through or one of your guides, Aisha and Saruba, if you're looking, I know you're looking for readings on love or something, but we're doing the ones with spirit and loved ones from the other side. So if you want that, let me know. Oh, well, we'll see if Carl will drop in, Jill. How about that? We can ask. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and go to Maureen. We got to get ourselves our exercise, our spiritual wings in order to go through. But yeah, they usually stand in line around this time of year, don't they, Jean?
Yep, they do. They do. And thank you, Allie, for holding this space for everybody, for all of us today, and all of the Sundays that you hold this speaking to spirit. I'm so very honored that that we work together. I'm very grateful for that.
You. You're a blessing to me. Yeah.
And Miss Maureen, Brother Ian. So I see somebody who's I feel like you two were very similar. I don't know how to explain it. He seems to me to be fit, trim, a little smaller framed, and kind of neat but relaxed. Like maybe, I don't know. I want to say chinos. I don't know if he used to call them chinos. That was back in the day, and but he seemed to like wear his hair neat, wear his clothing neat. And he was a little small, not smaller frame, but he wasn't a really big burly guy, but he was trim. And I do see him as being
oops, sorry.
I'm working. I'm trying to ask him for things, and he's showing me lights. He's showing me a big, maybe like just a big light shining, almost if you're looking at a star or the brightest star or a projector light, something, a big giant light he's showing me. And he seems to be a little more laid back. I do feel as though he has a family. He's just the sweetest guy, very kind, very considerate, very not very, but intellectual and funny. He's just an all around good guy, and he's just letting you know that he's right beside you, Maureen, and he's not very far away, and he knows how many times you think about him, and he wants to thank you for keeping him alive in your heart. And he says, I feel as though there's something about his family that you're either in touch with his children or his spouse, or you take care of those that are still here in this world. It's almost like you stay connected to them. He also is showing me a dog with him. But what's most important? And I'm getting the word Tim, and I usually don't get another name, but is there a Tim that he's referring to? Tim?
All right. I'll let you know if she writes it in.
And the color light blue. But he's, let me just
Wow.
get a message. Does she say any of that sounds familiar to her?
I don't see any messages yet from her. I don't, maybe she got knocked
Okay.
off.
I'm
I
going to
don't know.
just stop and see if that
Okay.
sounds familiar to Maureen.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
before I go ahead with the message. How about
No
you,
problem.
Allie?
No problem. I just want to say hi to Jenny. Jenny's here, and also to Pre's Digital Journal. Welcome. Okay, so Maureen, I get here. Um, what you do for the family is always an act of love, and they are blessing you in the holiday season. I take it that he is with others in the family up there. And he's a hoot because, oh, she hasn't seen him since he was 8 years old. He was kidnapped by his dad, kidnapped him. Tim is his uncle. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So maybe he's on the other side. And so with him. Yeah. Yeah. Go
There's
ahead,
something
Jean.
about that spotlight, and I am getting chills, Maureen. So I feel like that
Uh-huh.
was a validation, but there's something about that spotlight. And I'm calling it a spotlight now because I wasn't sure what that it was, like a projector light or a big star light. There's something about I don't know if yeah. So let me just get a message for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um he is saying that do you know if he has a family?
I don't think she knows
He's just
anything.
saying that there are loved ones that he left behind.
Uncle Tim is alive. Okay.
You may be able to connect with this Uncle Tim and get some information because there's I don't
Yeah.
ever get names, so that's
Yeah.
significant.
Uh-huh.
But he just wants you to know thank you for keeping him alive in your heart, and he
Mm-hmm.
wants you to know how much he appreciates your love and never forgetting him,
Right.
not letting him too far away from your thoughts there. But
Wow. Well, that's
mhm.
why I must have gotten this card, because look at this. This person is under a table and it says location. And so it's very possible that you guys just didn't know where he was all this time. And he said, I was hiding in plain sight, you know. In other words, if you'd lifted up the tablecloth, I would have been under there. But he's also saying that he's with you a lot, and that you're he loves you. You're his sister, and you'll always be his sister, even if you haven't been together for a long. I got goosebumps now. So he I think this Tim person and his father who kidnapped him must have had an agreement about something. Like, you're not going to tell them where Ian is or whatever. But I think Tim is feeling like the time has come for revelation. Yeah, and that's what Jean was feeling. Yeah, very much so.
Tim
Um,
needs to offload that. He needs to clear his conscience.
yeah, yeah, and you need the message if you can find him. But I get expectation, and this is what apparently Ian knew for sure, that you were going to be here today to ask this very question, and he sits in anticipation for you to get some answers that you've been looking for. You've tried to find. He knows that. He knows that, Maureen. He knows you tried to find him. He knows
That's
it's
why
his
he's
father's fault. It's not anybody else's
yeah.
fault.
I
And that
if he
yeah.
Mhm. Sorry,
Go ahead, Jean.
Allie.
No, it's all right. Go ahead, Jean.
He if he may have a son out there that you would love to connect with, and that
Mhm.
he wants his son to connect with you. So he's saying Uncle Tim. I didn't get uncle, but I said Tim.
Yeah.
And this may be a liaison. And Tim may want to have, you know how they have those deathbed confessions, like
Yes.
in their old
Yes.
life, they want to offload
Yeah.
this guilt that they have. This is what I
Yes.
feel may be available to you, Maureen.
There you go.
So,
There
wow,
you
that
go.
was very unexpected. That
It
was very
is.
heavy.
The only thing I can tell you for sure is that nowadays, of course, there's so much more. that you can do with DNA and things like that. And people have found people that haven't seen for 50 years. And so if you're interested in doing that, you may be able to find him or a child of his. And, you know, sometimes you'll go on, you won't hear anything because no one else has done their DNA for years and years. But then one day, when it's time, it comes up. So anyway, you found a nephew through, and you did find a nephew.
But it wasn't his. Was it his
Was
son?
it his child? Was it his? Do you know? Maybe she doesn't know. Yeah.
No, they can only tell by how. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Well, Ian was waiting for you, so he wants you to find whatever you can. And yeah, you're not sure. That's okay. That's okay. We wish you well, and I'm glad that he came through for you. Yeah. Wow. All right. So Lark is here, Missy RN. Hi, Jane the Seeker. It's lovely to see you, everybody. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to go to Thelma next because I have not I haven't seen you for a while, Thelma. It's nice to see you. So last night she unplugged her lights outside. 30 this morning, they were plugged back in. I'm believing contact is, oh, wow. Somebody plugged them back. I get it's the elementals. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
So for Thelma's lights, were they ever unplugged? Did Thelma actually unplug her lights? Yes. So I got a validation on that. Thelma, you didn't just think you did, you actually did unplug them. So when the lights found plugged in the very next morning? Yes, they were found plugged in again. So was the cause of her lights being plugged in a helpful neighbor that thought that she didn't know it wasn't helpful? Was the cause for her lights being plugged in a spiritual yep, you're right, Thelma. Oh my gosh. And was this spiritual assistance to plug in her lights the elementals? Was it a fairy spirit? Was it a fairy spirit around? Sort of something like that. Was it a loved one that came by? Oh, I got a yes. So it is definitely wow.
Okay. Wow is right.
Yeah.
Wow. Thelma. And I got a card for Christmas called The Exciting Journey. It says, forging your own path, breaking free, and take your dream. It's like you can't go anywhere, so we came to you. It's like you know, we love the lights. We want those lights on. We don't want you to turn them off ever, you know, because they're making somebody really happy. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
She thinks it's her sister Joan. Yep. Let me see. And you know what, Thelma? The veil is thinning, and they're able to do more these days. They really are. Was the cause of the lights being plugged back in caused by her sister Joan? Was it her sister Joan? Yep. And Thelma, trust yourself. I think absolutely for sure. That is a big, 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 big yes. And trust I know that you know, and it's hard to believe when things happen to ourselves, but really give them the benefit of the doubt. I understand this is a validation that you were just double checking, but you knew what you knew, and trust yourself. And every time we get validation, we trust ourselves a little bit more. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My brother often turns on the coffee pot, especially if you've put cinnamon inside where the grounds are. So I totally get it. You know, it is hard to move energy from the other side. But like Jean said, they're getting better and better at it. So that's wonderful. You're welcome, Thelma. You're most welcome, my dear. I'm so glad that we could do that for you. Kelly's here. And I have not had her ask question for a very long time. So she would love to hear from her Nana Diana. Nana Diana, how about that?
Is this mom's mom? And she's coming through quite young for me. I feel as though she and your mom were not too far in age. I feel like they were like, even though your Nana was 20 years older than your mother, they look like sisters, you know? Like, I feel like Nana or Diana was very young at heart and never quite aged, never quite got to the, you know,
Yeah.
There's some people who just stay young their whole life, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hip,
Kelly, if you could
young.
validate, that would be good. Kel. Yeah. Wow.
She wants you to know that she's really very proud of you, is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying you've come a long way and you have uh, been through, you know, the tough times, and she's just really proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She said, yes, it is mom's mom. Yep. Mm.
Oh, she loves the dogs. She loves the dogs and the cats. She likes to play. She said that I don't know if they look at somebody, but she loves when she comes around you, the dogs lift the spirits, and she loves hanging around with the dogs. She sees them, and she sees that they raise the energy in the home as well. I don't know if she loved dogs, but I know I had dog and cats, but
Yep. She said her Nana fell at the casino wearing high heels when she was 85. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
So I don't know if there's a hot cider drink or some sort of a hot soup or something that she said was her recipe. Something
Ooh.
about hot, warm, and I feel like it's something that you drink. It could be like a soup that you would sip on, or a cider, or a cocoa, or a tea. There's something about that she wants to remind you of. Yeah.
Wow.
So how about you,
That's
Allie?
great, Kelly. Well, I got hospitality, and I'm guessing that she liked to party. You know what I mean, though. You know, she liked the holidays. She loved, and she's raising a glass to you, whether it be that hot cider or whatever else it might be. She's watched you through all the changes that you have made in your life. She said, girl, you're flying with angels now. You are really, really knocking it out of the park. She also knew you were going to ask for her today, another expectation card. And so, you know, I know she's with mom, and the two of them are looking down upon you. And she said, when you're in the silence, remember us as we remember you, and know that we are with you all the time. And you're a beautiful swan. Look at that. You have come out of your shell, and you have healed yourself by doing what it is that you want to do. And they're proud of you. So her birthday, Christmas Day. Oh, wow. Wow.
No.
Oh, yeah. Prairie Spirit, can you give us mom's first name, if you would, so I can put it here so we will know? We don't need anything more. Anyway, Kelly, thank you, dear. I hope you enjoyed a chat with Nana Diana. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's see who else we have. We have Sue Toffee, and Sue says, message from mom. Her name is Van. She passed on 30 December 2012. That's a long time to be gone. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's interesting that I just want to make this mention that I heard. Women tend to die after a holiday. They want to make everybody happy, and they hang on. And then men die before. And I know that sounds crazy. It's like, oh, I don't want to wrap those gifts. I'll just go. You know, I'm making an exit. Yeah, but my mom did. She died actually, she died 5 days after her birthday and 2 days after Easter. And so it's just interesting. And I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule, but that's what I heard a long time ago. So, all right. So Van, let's see if we can get a hold of Van. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. Much love.
So Sue, she's saying something about food. She wants you to focus on the traditional dishes and make sure you're eating whole and wholesome and
Mhm.
traditional foods.
Mm.
I don't know whether you're um, it's maybe this is something that she always used to say to you. Did she always say about your diet, or don't eat the chips out of the bag, eat what I've cooked for you? I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying something like this. And she's always, just a typical mom telling you what's good for you. And and she does it out of love, and she's still doing it out of love. And she wants you to know that everything's going to be okay, and that she wants you to connect with um, your own guidance, your own angels.
Mhm.
Um, she's saying that the answers are within, and not always outside. Trust your instincts, she's saying.
Mm.
You have
Thank
good
you.
instincts.
Oh.
She's a wonderful mother, very strong, very level-headed, very wise. She's I don't see her being very old. Not I'm sure that she was elderly, but I see her just being very fit and wise and self-sufficient.
Oh.
She's telling me that I don't
Mhm.
feel her being like disabled, or to she's just not showing this to me. She's just showing me that she grew older and wiser.
Mhm. Mm. That's
Yeah, what a
beautiful.
beautiful soul she is, Sue. Wow.
I'm imagining everybody. I heard that you can pick whatever age you want to be when you get on the other side. So, so younger people come through because they really liked being 35, and we may or may not recognize who they are because of that. But that's beautiful. So, what does your mom give to me? She gives me a chicken suit. And
Mm.
what that means to me is um, she's keep your humor. And maybe you and she had some inside jokes. I don't know. But she wants you to stay happy and humor. And she said, by the way, it's an act of love to say either yes or no. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. That's a message she'd like to tell you. And she said, but please know I'm always right here with you with my hand right nearby and loving you. Um, I was called to pull a power of surrender card for you. So this message is from mom. She wants you to surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. If you're feeling as though you are less than, or you can't do this, or this is just the way I am. It doesn't have to be. She said, let go of any limiting beliefs that originate from your past. Then you can take your own power and soar, which I believe you've been working on anyway. So, but yeah, she only wants to empower you in these messages at this point. And yes, it does seem like yesterday, I'm sure. And other times it seems probably like it was a lifetime ago for you. So big love. Big love, Sue. Thank you very much. And hi, Judith Anderson. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. All right, we've not read for Billy Diamonds before, so he would love a message from his friend Dominique. Billy, I'm guessing that Dominique is on the other side. If you would just verify that for me, because I believe that you are here. She cooked yummy food. Oh, she was only 62. Okay. And she always made you laugh. She still is trying. Yes, Billy. Thank you. Thank you.
So Dominique wants to thank you for being her protector. I feel
Oh,
as though you always kept an eye out. It's almost like you had her back. And if it wasn't physically, it was emotionally and spiritually. You know, like she knew that you had her best interests at heart, and that you only wanted the best for her, and that you wished the best for her. And she really needed that you were an ally, and I feel like she had some contention in her life, whether it was a spouse or a child or somebody who was very contentious and combative. You were always somebody that she could rely on to have her back. Um, and she just wants you to know uh, that she'll never forget that. And it was such a selfless, um, generous offer that you offered
mm,
her your loyalty. And I feel like you offered her unconditional love, a soft place to fall, and somebody that she could just lean on. And she said that she'll never forget that kind generosity that you offered her. And she
mm,
wants to just thank you for reaching out to her and asking about her. She said that she's fine, and she's very I don't know if she was agitated and nervous in this world, because on the other side, she's showing me that she's much more calm and serene and
mhm,
more fluid in her energy and her communication. So I'm not sure if there was something in this world that caused her to be agitated or anxious in some way, because she's saying that it was like circumstances and maybe even her nervous system. There was something about her nervous system that was a little um,
mhm,
not
mhm.
not quite right. And she's saying now she's able to be her whole calm self, and she just wants to thank you for that. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Hmm.
Wow. That's beautiful, Billy. Thank you for validating on that. I get she was her own woman. Woo, she was the sovereign of her life. So whatever she wanted, I believe she was strong, although she needed your support and the support of our other friends. But she made her decisions and she stuck to them, so to speak. Um, she says, remember to just be who you are, Billy. You're beautiful the way you are. And, you know, she's just almost dancing from the other side because she's so happy to be brought through today. Again, I got the expectation card. This is the third time I've pulled it. So these people have been expecting to be talking to you today. And she was waiting. She was just there waiting. We knew it. And she wants you to know, boy, does she love you. She loves you so much. And she thanks you for thinking about her, for remembering the times that you were together and what you did. And she just sends you lots of love and holiday love. So thank you so much, Billy. Thank you, dear. Um, that was great. That was great. All right, hang on. I'm trying to make as many people happy as I possibly can, and that's not always possible. So please know that I'm doing my best here. All right. So Saruba would love to hear from his father, Mukesh.
I feel like him saying something like, you already know. He's almost like giving you a trust yourself. You already know. Um, you know, there's something that he's insisting on. It's almost like, I'm fine. You can talk to me. And I'm not sure if he was like this in life, that he would say, you can have more if you want it. I don't know if this was something that he did, something in his personality, or like he would be, of course, and there's just something about that, the way that his behavior is coming through. He's saying that he's saying that he loves you very much, and he's always beside you, and always he wants you to know he's still guiding you, and I feel like you can hear him in your thoughts, and you think you're just remembering, oh, dad used to say this or whatever, but it's really him sort of
Mm.
instigating those memories to have you remember that he once said this, so that you can, it's another way of him guiding you. So trust those memories that come up, or those things that you remember about your dad or think about your dad, because this is him sort of causing those things to be remembered.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. So he has dreams of him, and that is him. That's a visitation. That's a visitation. That's dad coming through. Wow. Hi, Amanda Carey, and it's good to see you. So yes, absolutely. He said, remember me as I was. I was not a perfect person or a perfect dad, but I did the very best that I could. And I am very, very proud of my you. I don't know if you have brothers and sisters, but children. So you. Um, he said, always watch out and do things for yourself first. He's reminding me that when you're on an airplane, the stewardess, or she's not a stewardess anymore, the lady that walks around and helps us out, says that if you need to put on a mask for oxygen, if things go, that you need to do that, to put yours on first and then help the others, because you can't be helping somebody if you can't breathe yourself. So it's okay to do that. He said, I may be in a very, very different location, but I am right there. I'm really not far away. And obviously, if you dream of him, he is communicating with you. And some of those communications are just, hi, I miss you, I love you. And others have messages for you, if you can remember what they are. And finally, he said, thank you. He said, always keep your faith. Keep your faith in yourself. Keep your faith in whatever it is that you believe in, because that will get you through the hard times if you have any. So
He said he heard somebody, that a sentence like that from somebody recently.
okay, all
Mm-hmm.
right. A flight attendant. Thank you, Wiki. I don't ever want to denigrate anybody, and I think a stewardess is a denigration for some reason. So anyway, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Saruba. I'm glad Dad came through for you. Yes. All right, we have Miss Pierrette. What does her husband Murray on the other side, have to say?
Mon chéri, amour.
Oh.
He's saying, you were my one love.
Mm-hmm.
You are my one love. We were destined to share a lifetime together, and you're his angel, and he wants you to know how much gratitude and how much appreciation he has for you.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to know that he is very suave and debonair. I'm not sure if he had a little bit of an ego, or if he like joked around like that. Like, doesn't my hair look good? Like, I don't know what he's saying. He's just saying I'm suave and debonair, and he's saying that that he's very grateful to you, and he's sending you blessings. He's saying
Wow.
that you enabled or made it so that he could, his passing was with dignity. And
Mm.
that was priceless. And he is forever in your debt, and is just extremely appreciative. He's saying that he's in awe of your dedication and your commitment to taking care of him. And he's saying he doesn't know if he would have had the same strength to do what you did. He's very much in awe of everything, and he does see each and every day, each and every moment, and how much of a struggle it was through his path, through his what is it,
Yeah. Illness. Yeah.
the life review. He sees this
Mm.
during
Mm.
his life review. He was able to see all of the nitty-gritty, and he just wants to thank you, and he wants to wish you a Merry Christmas. I don't know how to say it. Bon
Oh,
somebody.
Joyeux Noel.
Feliz Navidad or something. I don't know.
No, that's been. It would be Joyeux EUX Noel. Joyous Noel. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But he's
Okay.
sending you so much love, and he holds you in the highest regard there,
Oh,
Miss Pierrette.
oh, that's beautiful. And she said, yes, that when you were talking about the hair, it was a joke. He loved to joke around. Yeah, he liked to joke around.
I'm suave and debonair.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yes, you were together for a purpose. And he says, you rose to the challenges that came from your life together. And he's so grateful. He said, always remember what we had. Even though, I know you didn't have children together, you had a relationship of great, I want to say it's giving, but it's nurturing. I feel it was a nurtured relationship. That's what this card means to me. And he says, we can still communicate if you want, but put up your dukes. I mean, there's the joking around again. But this card I pulled for the last card period absolutely blew me away. And engagement. And he says, I know you are now engaged, and I send you love and wishes for a beautiful relationship. And it's your turn to shine. And whatever happens, however this all turns out for you, I'm always by your side. So, but I mean, that just blew me away. He was
That's
pure
amazing.
English, but he tried to speak loving words in French. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's how you say it. Joyeux Noel. Yes. That's wonderful, Pierrette. Much love, dear. And thank you, Murray. Thank you for coming through for Pierrette. That's great. All right. So we have Miss Jenny Berlin. And I would love to hear from my brother-in-law, Richie. He had a sad death. Okay.
This is your husband's brother or your sister's husband? I think it's your husband's brother.
Yeah, let us know, Jenny.
Just curious.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Carolyn and Peter.
He says things are not always as they appear.
Oh.
He's saying that we all have our choice and our path in life. He's saying that he had a wonderful. He said he had adventure. He had autonomy. He had freedom. I feel like he was somebody who may have skipped school, or he had a job at the gas station when he was younger. Like he was almost self-made. He was able to do things on his own when he wanted to, and he made his own decisions. And they all didn't pan out, but he feels like he lived his life the way he saw fit, and there was no restrictions about it. I understand that maybe perhaps he towards the end, he may have had things that would restrict him, but it was as a result of his choices earlier in life. But he's saying he would not have traded one for the other. He said, living a life well lived doesn't mean a long life. He said a life well lived is being able to choose and decide, what you want to do and when you want to do it. And the adventure and he's saying that try not to look at the end, try not to look at the results, and try not to compare what what somebody's idea of happiness might be. He's
Wonderful.
saying he doesn't regret the decisions that he made, and it was almost like he almost felt like there was no chance that he could have died. He's saying that he would always take risks and live life on the edge, and he's saying that it was almost like he didn't want to be afraid of death. He didn't want to hold back in case of doing something. He wanted to like go forward and move full force. And this is just what he's showing me. But he
Beautiful.
just wants to send love to you and the family, and thank you for reaching out to him. And he's in a place of honor because of his struggles, or not because of his struggles, but as a result of his struggles. He's saying that now on the other side, he is in a place of honor.
Oh, wow.
So please do hold his soul, not his circumstances, in your heart.
Oh, that's a beautiful message. And that is her sister-in-law's husband. So I'm guessing that you're going to be seeing her, and to let her know about the messages he sent, because they're beautiful. He wants to say, I loved her so very much. He wants to send that to your sister-in-law. He said, thank you for being the conduit to come through, Jenny, in order to bring me for me to provide the message to you and to her. He said, I don't know if he was involved in something that backfired. I'm not sure. I got the snake card. And when I get that, it's like somebody may have been duplicitous around him, and there might have been some shady dealings. And I don't mean necessarily with him, but maybe with someone else who did something that wasn't the best for him. He said, I only came here to be of service for the period of time that I was there, which is what Jean said. It's not the length of the life, it's the quality and the ability to get things done. I agree with that so much, Jean. I could have said it myself. It's beautiful. Finally, I love this picture because it's a woman with in mourning, clearly in mourning, but holding on to a sword. And it says persistence. And I'm feeling as though he wants you to tell your sister-in-law to continue to persist, continue to live and grow, and know that that the life that they had together was fabulous. And although he sees her, or he saw her mourning, and he understood her anguish over the whole thing, that he's not anywhere far away, that he's very, very close to her, and he can talk to her. She can talk to him anytime. And just like our last, one of our last ones, the dreams are very, very much available for him to come and speak with her. So he was brilliant. Oh, that's good. Oh, it was business. Okay. Somebody was in business. All right, dear. Thank you so much, Jenny. Yeah, I think your sister-in-law will be happy to hear from him. All right, so we do have Prairie Winds and Wildflowers Spiritual Arts. I love the name of that. And Mom's name is Charlene. She lost her in October. I'm so sorry for your loss. And if she's available, if she's ready, we'll see if she'll come through for you.
Oh, Charlene. Okay. And Prairie, how did you hear about the show? Where did you find us? Just let us know. Because that's a new name for me.
Oh, it is? Okay. And it's coming
Yeah.
from your channel. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Yes, Prairie. Please like and subscribe to both channels. And we would love to hear about your channel. So if we want to look you up too and invite you.
So they often describe this to me, and she's almost giving me the same feeling. She's sort of like, when you're in a pool and you're swimming underneath the water, and when you push off the bottom of the pool and you come up above the surface of the water, and you can take a deep breath, And this is what she's saying that she felt like when she crossed over. I'm not sure if she had trouble breathing or if she had a lot of restriction, but there's like murkiness and like you can't move very fast because of the denseness of the water. And when she crossed over, she feels like she was like finally able to breathe and able to see clearly, and that things felt different and she could see things differently. She wants you to know that she is she still feels like she's going through the process of transitioning away from the physical energy, but she's watching. She's still watching over family, and I feel like you're going through things. Things of hers, her things. Also, the services she said were. She said, I feel like there wasn't a lot of time to plan because she's saying they were quick, but she's saying it was lovely, short and sweet. She said, don't worry about the elaborate or, oh, you wish you would have had that song or you would have had these pictures. She said, please don't worry about it and second guess it. She said, you did what you had time to do and it was lovely. I don't know if she liked the short and sweet, but she just wants to thank you for the beautiful services. She is still hanging around close to family, and she wants to thank those who are taking care of her, not just her belongings, but her affairs, she's saying. And she doesn't want to be a burden. She feels like she was a burden, and that now in as she passed, there's also another burden. I'm not sure if there's some sort of a legal hiccup or a financial hiccup or something that is somebody's having difficulty working out or clearing out her estate, but she just doesn't want to be a burden, and she wants to hang around and make sure everything is put to bed, so to speak, but she wants to send her love to you and the family and thank you for reaching out to her. And that's where she wants to
Oh,
stop.
that's wonderful. I'm glad you could talk with her. She says, Prairie says she has been subbed for a long time. She must be just one of those quiet watchers, which is fine with us. I'm glad you spoke out today. And yeah, so what do I get? I get here that I'm guessing your dad is still alive, perhaps. But if not, if that's not the case, the word is survive. And she's saying that, had she survived whatever it was that she went through, it's very possible she would have been in more of a burden, and she didn't want to be. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And she's saying, yes, don't worry about my things because those are just things. And, everybody, when they pass, people sort of step up to the plate and want certain things. Whoever gets whatever is fine. And it makes no difference to me over here. I have here evermore. So again, I'm not sure if your dad's with her or not, but she's recognizing her marriage and the father of her children here. And so that would be you. But here is the final message from her. She says, I am so very grateful. I'm full of gratitude for the life that I had with you all and for the love that we shared. And yes, I am hanging around. I'm going to be there for Christmas. Put a plate out for me of my favorite things and know that I am just a breath away. Just a breath away. That's all. And so much love to you, Prairie, and to your family, and happy holidays to you. So sorry for your loss. That's very recent. Very recent. So, all right, let me get this squared away. Let's see what we got here. Anna wonders if she could have a message from her hubby, Jim. Thanks, everybody, for allowing people to get messages that have not probably had them before from a person on the other side. I imagine we'll probably do the same type of readings next Sunday. So if you didn't get read, if you're not getting read today, Terry Suzuki will be with me next Sunday.
So was he quiet or shy, Anna? Because I just he doesn't he doesn't seem to be jumping forward right away. Tell him it's okay in your mind. Anna, she is here.
She
And
is here. Mhm.
and
No, she says no. He
mhm.
wasn't quiet, but maybe he is being quiet. I don't know.
In your mind, Anna, just tell him it's okay for him to talk to me. Was he particular? Um, I do feel something around my heart. And I'm just going to say, Jim, just feel in your heart what you would like to say to your wife, Anna. And I can let her know from your feelings. I feel like he's trying to communicate through words or through other energy or actions
Mhm. Mhm.
instead of just sort of feeling.
She said he
In,
was
in
particular. Yeah, he was.
oh,
Yeah.
he's being
Mhm.
particular. He wants me to talk to him with words. And I'm like,
Oh,
feeling. Like
okay.
your soul's vibration, Jim. He might take a little bit, he might take a little while. Sometimes people take a little while to come forward.
Mhm.
So I don't know, Allie, if you want to go first. I'll try and
Okay.
bring him
Yeah,
in.
while you work on it. Yeah, I got he was either he loves your creativity or he was a creative at some point. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's more when he's watching you, he sees that you can be very creative in the way that you do things. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, you're an artist or whatever. Maybe you just have a creative way of living. And so it's there. Um, and then I get remember what we shared together. It was very nurturing. I had this card before when it was a nurturing relationship. Um, I get the addiction card. Now that doesn't mean he was an alcoholic or addicted to anything, but it could be that he's with people that had that issue on the other side, and so he's just bringing that up. But here's the last message. Here is time. He says time, and he said time over here is very, very different from there. And he said I may have been gone a long time or a short time, but for me it's very short. And the time between I will when I left and when I will see you again will be short to him, but not necessarily to you. So, he just wants you to know he's with you through all time. Cigarettes. Okay. So he was addicted to cigarette. Okay. My brother was too.
So Anna, I'm not sure if he doesn't want to be on display. I think it's because it's a public thing, but he
Maybe.
he was able to if I wrote it down, and it is quite personal. So this is like he had to step outside of his comfort zone to
Okay.
share this in front of everybody. So everybody just please hold space for Anna's
Mm-hmm.
message from Jim. And he says, this is beautiful. He says his love for you is eternal. His respect for you is evermore. He watches over you and holds you in a place of great honor. He loves you and will meet you in your dreams. So I don't know if he's a poet. I don't know if he's a wordsmith. I don't know if he only says those very intimate things in just such a private and sacred place, but he almost it was almost like it wasn't very free. He really had to
Had to work
try
it.
hard. Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wow. What a beautiful message, Jim, for your beautiful wife. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for being persistent, Jean. Photograph. Photograph. Oh, he was a photographer. Okay. Okay. So he used image and emotion in his work. So he was a creative. How beautiful. Thanks for sharing him with us. I know he was a bit reticent, but he came through for you, Anna, in his way. In his way. You're welcome, sweetheart. All right. Let's see. Cynthia
think he was
Pierce. I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say, I think he was a very private man, and it
Uh-huh.
took a lot for him to come in and share that with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Cynthia Pierce, are you here? And then we'll go to, I don't know what your schedule's like, Jena. I don't want to overburden you here today.
I have time.
You have time. Okay. So we'll do a couple more. Craig and Judy and Miss Sherlock will be next. Okay. There you go. So Joe is who Cynthia would love to hear from.
Yeah, and if we can make sure that
Yeah.
that
Yeah. I want to make
people are
sure
here.
you
So
do.
it's Cynthia, and then who's next? Joe?
Then I have Craig and Judy and Miss
So if you guys,
Sherlock. Yeah, just tell
you
us
guys
you're
can
here,
just,
please. Yeah,
mhm.
you're welcome, Anna. We love you too, dear. Yeah.
So I'm going to wait for Cynthia.
Cynthia is here. She says yes. Yep. Mhm. And Judy's here. Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So this guy, he's showing me sitting in a truck.
Uh-huh.
He's showing me working hard, working at night, sort of drives a lot. I don't know if he drives truck or if he just drives back and forth. Maybe but he either liked to be in the car all the time or this was part of his job. But I do see him being, and he was like sort of like the master of his domain, is what I hear him saying. I don't know what
Mhm.
that means.
Mhm.
He's
Mhm.
strong and kind of, broad, and
Mhm.
he's very very kind-hearted, but he's a little rough on the exterior. I don't know if he had tattoos or if he was in one of the wars or he was in the military, but he's showing me that he has a rough exterior. He and I don't know. I don't know what it was. But he's showing me a war or a military. And this is where he picked up these bad habits and these tattoos and things. And I feel like he was a little gritty, and I don't know why he's showing me this. And I'm sure he was a lovely, beautiful, well-dressed man, but he's just showing me this part of him, that he was not afraid of hard work. He was not afraid of getting dirty. He loved to drive, and he was in the army. Okay. And this is like, he's just showing me like he's like a salt of the earth kind of guy. Like he's, um, and he's very loyal, and I feel like he liked it. I mean, not like to. Maybe he hung out at the bar, or he had friends that hung out at a bar. And not that he was a drinker, but he just had. He was very. He had friends. He was loyal, and
Mhm.
I feel like there was some. There was like, how people meet people in the service and they stick together and they're friends for lifelong. I feel like he had some sort of a bond, some sort of
Oh,
a
yeah.
bond with other people that he would get together and hang out with.
Boy.
And for you, Miss Cynthia, he's saying you are his angel. He's saying you are precious, but the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He's saying you've got that grit. He's saying you've got what it takes, and you're not afraid. Nobody's going to make you back down. He's saying,
Oh,
and he's really proud of you for the confidence and the empowered soul that you have. Like you
yeah.
stand strong, and I see
Mhm.
you standing with a fist,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know, is he Irish? There's something about but man, he's a cool guy. He's very, very lovable. And I would, and he likes to hug too. He likes to hug.
Wow, wow,
Very
wow.
nice.
Oh, interesting, because the first card I get is ancestry. And I don't know if he was like the pride of his family, like, oh my God, Joe was, we love our Joe, we love our Joe. And what I'm getting is he's with his parents or his ancestors on the other side. And so he says, we get a whole group behind you over here. So there you go. The next one I get is labor. So he was a hard worker. And whatever it is that he did it to the max. And he earned his wings that way. Let's put it that way. I also get here that he said, I accepted life as it was. If somebody told me to do something when I was in the Army, I did it because that's what I was supposed to do. So he's very, very insistent that he lived his life his way, so to speak. These two last cards are very interesting to me. I don't know if you are planning a cruise or thinking about it. Not Irish. First to graduate from college, was a doctor. Okay. So he did his labor with love when he was, yeah, that's beautiful. His family just blew him away. Yeah, he blew them away. He's saying if you're thinking about taking a voyage with a friend, and if this comes up later, if it doesn't, that's fine. But he's saying, do it. He says, this life is too short. He said, go and have a good time. I'll be with you. Don't worry about that. Maybe he always wanted to go on one, or maybe you went on one together. I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for bringing him through. No wonder he's got that nurturing. You're thinking of taking a cruise.
I think you're going now, Cynthia.
I think so. Yeah. There you go, honey. There you go. He's wanting you to do. He wanted. Oh, I got goosebumps. He wanted you to do it. So there you go. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing Joe with us. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So we got Craig. He'd love a Christmas message from Martha, his mother, and Clara, if possible. And then Judy, you're next. Miss Sherlock, are you here? Or Pre, are you here? Nancy R. And Darian or Darian Ray, let us know if you're here. Okay, please. Thank you.
Oh. So Craig, she says, you're, she's just very proud of you, and she is couldn't be more proud of her son. She said that you have kindness and respect, and you're very thoughtful and conscientious and generous, all of these things. She's just very proud of you, and she's saying, don't worry about the small, don't sweat the small stuff, is what she wants you to know. Don't sweat the small stuff. And she wants you to live your life your way, and you be the commander of your own ship, or whatever the commander might be. But she wants you to be proud of your own decisions, of your own lifestyle, and what makes you happy. And she doesn't want you to consider what other people may think, because it's not important. She wants you. She sees how happy you are and how much you have excelled and grew and developed, and how much happier you are with your decisions of late. And she is just overjoyed of your happiness. And she said, don't let anybody spoil that. That's what she wants you to know. That's what I got.
That's awesome. Both of the ladies want to ensure you that you have peace through these holidays. And you have made that peace with yourself this year because you've gone through quite the transformation. I love this card. It's just so gorgeous. Look at the wings on the angels. Clara says, I'm not going to say much else, but how about passion? The fireworks going off. And finally, a new start coming for you next year. They're both the ladies say we'll be there for the fun. And remember to enjoy it yourself. So that's what I get for you, Craig. Thank you, my dear. All right. So this is Judy, and she'd love a message from her friend Joanne. Right. All right. Next will be Miss Sherlock, and then Pre, and we will be done.
So, Judy, I feel like this Joanne was an unexpected relationship. I feel like it may have started one way, and then she really came to your aid when something occurred in your life, and it was almost like you maybe held her at arm's length, like you didn't want to reveal too much or share too much, and but she was quite consistent and very dependable, and made I feel like it took you a while. Like she would be the one who would be a little more open, a little more revealing, and sharing her own thoughts and feelings and past or whatever. And it took you a little while to trust, but you never regretted it when you did trust her and open up and share with her right back. And she kept your confidence. She kept your the respect. Like sometimes you don't want to tell somebody something because you don't want them to lose respect for you, but she never once judged you, criticized you, tried to bring it up again. Like she never betrayed when you were to share something or confide in her with something. She held it in the highest regard and never threw it back at you or mishandled it in any way. And she was a very loyal and trustworthy, and and she's just showing me that she just wants to thank you for opening up to her, for treating her and being her friend as well. I feel as though this Joanne may not have had many other friends, yet, you two came, there was something that caused you to trust each other and confide in each other. And she just wants to thank you for being her friend. And she wants you to know that she's still there and she's still available. She said you can just give her a call, and just like the old days, she said that just you can sit quietly and think about her and ask her for guidance. But she loves the way you remember her, the relationship fondly. Like you have these fond memories, and she wants you to continue. I don't know if you went on like a day trip or you went shopping or you went to the beach or whatever you did together. She loves it when you reminisce, and she can feel when you think about her, and she loves that you do think of her often. So she just wants to wish you the happiest of holidays and thank you for your love and kindness.
Wow. She said it was her bestie, and that they talked on the phone a lot. Spent a lot of time talking. They traveled all the time. Yeah, there you go. All right. That's beautiful. But she says, I come see you. Please no. She says, you may shut the window or close the door, but I can still come through. So she said, look to your dreams, but also whenever you have memories, as Jean said, or you hear a song that reminds you of times together, that's her sending a message to you. She said, always take care of yourself first. That's so important. We forget that over time, that if we don't function as well if we're giving, but we're not giving to ourselves. So she wants to remind you of that. She also wants you to know that miracles do happen. Believe, she says. Believe. And I do know Judy was from a family that were broken up over a period of time, and there's a lot of unknown in her life. She wants you to know that something may come up about this. I get the feeling that she's like on it. I'm on it for you, Judy. I'm up here and I'm on it. So you may get some answers. I don't know how, but she said miracles do happen. You must believe. Yeah. Yep. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. We have Miss Sherlock. Can you ask my guide Ike what he sees for my son Lucas? I don't know. Is that a third party answer? Yeah. We can. Is there a way we can fashion this at all?
I can give her a message from her guide, Ike.
Her guide. Okay, there you go.
It just won't be about her son, Lucas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As I say that, he's saying that it's his life to live, and he's saying that to honor the soul's path and try not to second guess or it's one thing to there's a path that one soul has to travel in this incarnation, and we can wish and pray for the most benevolent outcome and do what we can to assist, but we cannot control or manipulate or change somebody's path. It's important for you to accept things the way they are and to wish for the most benevolent outcome. It's almost like when you wish things were different, that it creates resistance, and when that inhibits the guidance and the ability for opportunities to come in, because you're resisting and saying no, 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 instead of saying I accept for whatever it is, and that the most benevolent outcome will be in the future, and just keep the faith and keep moving forward, and try not to hang on too tightly or have a connection or but have too much hanging on the outcome. Let go of the outcome.
Yeah. Oh, I really got the same thing. You have courage. Show your courage to Lucas and have him become courageous. Whatever he's working through or having happen in his life right now, you can model the behavior, and he will be able to see that you are courageous, and he then can learn how courage works, if that's his path, because he may make choices that you don't care for. But he's his own person. We're all sovereign on the planet. We all have our own free will. So even if it's difficult for you to watch him make choices that are not what you believe are good, it's his life, and he's got to make those choices. But ultimately, living in joy and being courageous is what life is about. And he will find the balance of what is needed in his life, again, through seeing how your life works. Yeah. You want me to put that up, Jean?
I was wondering, if you don't mind, Allie, I was going to ask you before we left.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can take down Miss Sherlock's.
Yes, I will. I have one more person, but go ahead and tell us about that.
Yeah. I just wanted, before everybody left, I wanted to let everybody know that I am offering a winter special offer, and it's $55 for a 45-minute personalized custom psychic medium reading. And this is for it's the special is on through the end of the year, 12/31, but you can book all the way through the end of January. So,
Oh, okay. Excellent.
and it's just on
Yeah.
my website, sunpsychicgene.com. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Our final reading for today, and I'm sorry if anybody was waiting and we couldn't get to you, but we did the best we could. Let's put it that way. And I guess we need to be a little bigger. Hold on. Whoops. All right. A message from your soul pet in spirit on what she wants for Christmas and New Year. That's a good one to end on, Pri. Yeah. You're welcome, Miss Charlotte. Miss Sherlock. Sorry. I'm going to pull out my dog cards. How about that?
Yeah. So is this your pet who has passed over, Pri? And if so, that what they're telling me is they only wish you happiness. They want you to be happy. And I feel like this unconditional love, support, and loyalty from your pet is what their wish for you is. It's just like,
yeah.
But I'm not sure if it was a cat or a dog or if this.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pulling out dog cards, but that doesn't mean it's a dog that is the. Yeah. I know you're here. She's a dog. Okay, honey. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I got. She just wants you to be happy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Very good. So I pulled some dog cards for you. And the first one that this beautiful dog says is, play your own song. Your dog says, you're so happy when you're creative, and I'm right here with you. And so I love this. You may not be a piano player, but whatever you do that's creative, your pet is saying, do it. And follow your path, your purpose, which I believe you're doing. I'm not sure if this dog wants to make its way back to you at some point, if you're open to that, but that can happen sometimes. That can happen. Right now, I love this. You have all you need right now. Remain with your faith in things. And I will, no matter how long it takes, I'll be at the Rainbow Bridge waiting for you when it's your turn to come over here. Loves you dearly. You wish you could gift her something? Gift her, I don't know. You can be creative. You can be creative. You can gift something perhaps for a, I don't know if you've laid her to rest, or if she has ashes in your home, maybe you can put a growing flower near her. I don't know. How about that? Yeah. You're open to getting her back. Okay. She's happy about that. She says, we'll see what we can do. Thank you so very much to everybody. Thank you, Jean, for staying the extra time, and much love. She feels your hugs and kisses, honey. Those animals don't go far from us. They're right with us all the time. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll be seeing Jean in the new year. And I wish you, Jean, and your family, and all of you and your families, the happiest of holidays. Thank you.
You're so sweet, Allie. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.